What is good, Pyro Gang? Welcome back to another video. In today's Armor Core 6 video, we are finishing up Chapter 1. This will be the final mission, Attack the Watch Point, and let's get into the video, shall we? So basically, no witnesses are allowed to live, so I have to kill every single person, and no one can be left to see me, call for backup or anything. That's easy. Just blow everybody up, kill everybody, and make sure no one survives. Slaughter everybody like the meatbags they are. Easy peasy. I know a lot of people have been turned off from this game because of how hard it is, the graphics, stuff like that. But I'm generally enjoying it a lot though. The combat's pretty fun. You can make your own builds. Like, you can make builds where you just pretty much stay in the air the whole time, make tank builds. Like, it's generally pretty fun. A lot of the weapons are pretty cool too. Like, you can run dually bazookas to dually missile barrages. You can run like high-end energy sword builds, like fast melee type of builds. It's generally pretty fun. There's a lot of customization in this game. You got a lot of like custom stuff you can download. Like, they have the ID share thing where you can download other people's custom builds or Gundams and run them as your own too, which is pretty cool. You can make your own type of builds. Think about what theme of that game? It was Saints Row, the newest Saints Row. You know, you guys can make your own character and share it online with the share ID. This game has the same feature as that. You can do it with mechs though, which is generally pretty cool because someone made Optimus Prime, someone's already made Megatron, someone's made some well-known Gundam mechs from certain animes, which generally look really good. This stuff is like without mods, mind you, too. Without mods, just like straight up like painting pictures with like shapes, symbols, and different type of colors, stuff like that. People put a lot of hard work into it as well. I know there was some builds for Ironhide, Bumblebee. Someone even made Starscream and a couple unknown characters. Someone made what the hell was the other character? Someone made freaking Venom. Made the Venom, a Venom mech. I'm not sure if you guys heard this anime. There was an old Spider-Man comic book years ago that was called Spider-Man Mech or something, where there was different types of mechs. It was a ripoff of the Gundam anime, Evangelion, and it was generally pretty cool. They had like Venom, Mech Venom, they had Venom Rhino, they had all of his Rose Gallery villains were all in mech suits. It was generally pretty cool. But yeah, no, so you guys can see the combat right now, the sword slashing, the sword combat, stuff like that. Generally pretty fun. I'm running the rocket launcher, a sword, and dually barrage missiles on my back. I'm running a kind of heavy / mid frame that can go pretty fast, do decent damage, take a decent beating, and has a decent amount of recovery and AP as well. So that's how I'm not dying straight away, which is pretty crazy though. My build I got right here is generally pretty good though, I think. I think I did a good job with my build, and the customization on it doesn't look too bad. As you guys can tell, I'm trying to roleplay as Optimus Prime. I try my best to make it as best as I could, but you know how that goes. I'm getting a little off topic here, guys. Let's focus back on the mission. So we just cleared out 3 areas of ads and enemies. So now I need to start heading towards the main objective, which is the main watch point area, where I believe the first boss should be located at, because this mission has 2 bosses for the final chapter. Mission of Chapter 1. There's the Sully boss, and then there's Balos. This is going to be the first boss, which is going to be Sully. And I was correct, okay? And no, I didn't have spoilers. I played this mission before. That's how I know. This guy is very annoying. He's a fast frame. He flies around. He goes extremely fast. Fast end speed. Your best bet's when he comes point blank on top of you. Shoot him with a rocket launcher. Stun lock him with your barrage missiles. And just beat the shit out of him with your sword. It's pretty much just do as much damage as you can to him in a short amount of time. And keep stun locking him. That's your best way to beat this boss. If you take too long with this boss battle, he will kill you eventually. Because, you wait too long, he does a lot of damage to you as well. Like those bubblegum shots he shoots do major damage to you. As you guys can see in this, I'm kind of dodging his attacks, trying to keep my distance, but also keep kind of close as well. Trying to get closer, like trying to stun lock him with the barrage missiles or the bazooka, or even the sword, because when he's stun locked, you do the most damage to him, and when he's not, it's very hard to get any kind of hits on because he's so fast. Think of the Flash, but in a mech suit, and he can it does 50% speed. Can't do 100% by 50. That's how fast this guy is. He's very problematic because how fast, how dodges he does. He dodges a lot, he goes fast paced. And he has a bazooka just like me, so when he stops at this point blank range, I have a couple seconds to be to do stun lock damage to him with my sword, bazooka, or missiles. I usually opt in for the bazooka because it does halfway into a stun bar, and then I hit him once with the sword, usually stun locks him right there and then. And then I can just lay the damage onto him. But as you guys can see, he's barraging this shit at me, dodging around, going quick succession damage to me, keeping out of my range. I'm trying to gangbang him against the wall a little bit. I'm trying to take him out as much as I can, do much DPS as possible in quick successions while he's close range. Trying to stun lock him as much as possible, because in this game, the more stun lock the enemy you can, the more damage you're able to do to them. So your best bet is to try to stun lock them as much as you can. And this almost forgot as well, guys. What you could do is you could run a lightweight frame with this boss as well. One of the frames that go extremely fast. I would highly suggest you run in there some kind of sword, and maybe you run either bazooka or auto assault rifle gun that does a lot of damage but quick succession. And then for your back frame, I'd run like extra boosters that increase your speed, because that might also help you with this boss, but it also will help you with balteus, the following boss, right after this mission, since that boss flies around decently fast and he shoots waves and waves of barrages of missiles that do a lot of damage. But you are able to dodge them as well. Like, if you have a fast frame and build, you can pretty much dodge them, boost straight up, and then dive straight up, fly straight up into the sky, and the missiles will drop off a little bit as well. And you can seriously dodge them pretty well also. But those are definitely my ideas for helping you guys out with these bosses. The build I'm running right now, I managed to beat that guy and balteus, no problem. Balteus took me about 4 to 5 tries to beat him. He wasn't too hard to beat. Sully took me about 3 tries with him. It was just trying to get it ahead of how much damage I had to do in a quick succession timing, how to avoid some of the damage, to dodge, when to shoot, when to learn pretty much the boss's movements, their attacks, their whole formula and stuff like that. Like how most games from software go. You gotta learn the boss's movesets, you gotta kind of get a builds going, you gotta try to get somewhat of a damage kind of going, trying to get the dodge button going, you know what I mean? That build that you know you can use to do some serious damage, but you won't mess up and die. You also gotta time your parries. Like, there's a lot that goes into these type of boss fights. You gotta, like, actually put the want to beat these bosses in your head. Like, you'd be like, alright, so he does this move.
Wait, no.
Hold the phone, wait a minute. Am I gonna die here or something? He says, get out of there now, and the giant explosion goes off.
An older type of augmented human, 4th generation. Have we made contact? I am Air, a Rubiconian. Please, you must wake up. Before your consciousness is forever scattered in the coral flow.
Okay, chat, so I'm kind of generally confused here. I can't tell if that AI is similar to, like, Cortana or something like that, or not, like from Halo and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like that in that regards of that type of thing. It's in his head or something, I'm not sure. Oop. And here comes everybody's favorite boss of Chapter 1, guys. His final chapter, balteus, the spinning boss of death that barrages missiles at you. So in this scene right here, you guys are going to see how I defeated me my personal way and my personal preference how I defeat this boss. So first up, so I see his missiles coming in, so what I do is I skydive and shoot straight into the sky, because as you guys can see, some of the missiles can't hit me. They lose like propulsion, or whatever I want to call it, and they fall right off. So I shoot straight up, dodge most of his missiles, come back down, start shooting with my barrage missiles, shoot him with the bazooka. I see his missiles go ahead again, so I get on top of him, do some serious damage to him. I tank some of his missiles because they don't do too much damage to me because of my build and all that jazz. You guys see, get a little health there. I just keep doing the damage. I keep getting the damage onto him. Shooting with the rocket, barraging him, getting closer, melee damaging, then stun locking him, and then triple damaging him again once again with the barrage missiles, the bazookas. Trying to lay all that damage into him, because this boss, you want to stun lock him as much as possible. You want to lay in that damage to him as much as possible. And you want to kind of just keep doing that over and over. See his missiles, shoot straight into the sky, or try to dodge them as much as you can. They get close, take some of that damage, do some damage right back to him. Trying to avoid some of these hits, like right here you guys see me getting hit pretty bad with his fire, side swipe, his EP propulsion. Some of those damages with the lower end builds, you want to try to get back and dodge those, because certain builds have a hard time taking that stuff. He's going into the sky right now, so while he's up there stationary, I'm going to shoot barrage him with the missiles, stun lock them again, going in there for that melee damage, shooting the barrage missiles again, and then going in there for that bazooka and melee damage once again, just laying that into him as much as possible, doing all that damage. And that's basically what you want to do with this guy, is how you beat him. You want to lay in much damage as possible, try to take as less damage as possible. You just want to dodge, fly up, stay in the air, stuff like that. You should be good with this boss. Like, you should be really good with him at that point. Now, for those that are still iffy if they want to get this game or if they should buy it, I think it's trash. Me personally, I think the game is generally pretty fun. I'm having a blast playing this game. I mean, I have raged with this game in a few bosses so far as well, but I mean, this game is generally pretty fun. I'm gonna rate it out of 5 out of 10, in my opinion. Combat's pretty fun, customization's on par. I think this is a great game, and I think it's a must-play in my opinion, guys. So, yeah. I'm gonna let this cutscene play out. If you guys did enjoy today's video, do me a huge favor, like and subscribe, and Pyroplay signing out. Peace.
Raven. You need rest. But first, a warning. The coral surge you were swept up in? That was just a glimpse. A premonition of the storm of flame that will burn Rubicon.